Oh man, today is one of my favorite kind of days. Just setting up a guitar, a brand new guitar, arrived in E. I got to get it how I want it. It's just one of my favorite type of days, just working on guitars. And you know, I'm blessed to be in a position here where I've got other people like you who like just tuning in and joining me for things like this, is I'm gonna just sit and work on this guitar in real time. It's gonna be slow moving, but you know, I've made a lot of these videos now and I appreciate every single one of you that are down for the ride, just like tuning in, sitting down. Like I always say, I could sit and watch a guy set up guitars all day. So let's get into it here. This is, I'm still getting used to this here. I'll explain why in a second. The Pro Plus, Jackson Pro Plus Pure Metal Limited Edition Soloist SL1A. Let me say that again. Jackson Pro Plus Pure Metal Limited Edition Soloist SL1A in satin black. And this thing, dude, come on. Insane. What did I say I was going to explain in a second? Oh, the thing is that a lot of you guys, I'm sure, have seen my demo of this guitar already. That's because I have to make this video first because it wasn't sent to me set up. Didn't ask for it. They didn't ask me. And actually, they're in limited quantities. And when I saw that these were released, I saw this one had my name written all over it. It's just the perfect configuration in every way. We're going to get into all that. So I'm going to talk through it. But they said, ooh, you know, it's limited edition and we've already sent a ton out to distributors and things like that. Let me see if I can grab one. They did. Thank you, Jackson. They got me this one. I see there's only a few of them left on like Sweetwater and stuff like that. I'll leave links in the description below if you want to check them out. There's 3 different styles. There's a Soloist style here. There's like a Rhodes V and there's a Kelly. All of them look fantastic. But anyways, to make my demo video, where I'm gonna do a little performance and talk about all the specs and everything like that, I had to get it set up. So I'm making this video first, knowing that tomorrow I'm gonna shoot the demo video. So this is the behind the scenes of how it all goes down. We're gonna work through this one here. It's in E right now with 9s on it. And I'm gonna put it in drop C with my 11 through 52 set, which I always use. It's 11, 13, a 20 wound, 30, 42, 52. That's what I've been using, those exact gauges for 25 years now, I'd say. Yeah. So, but these DR high beams I love. Been using them exclusively for years now. Super killer. So let's get into this bad boy here. I'm just starting from scratch here. No real, like, you know, it's just in real time. Like I said, I'm gonna talk through a few things. This isn't like a tutorial, but you will learn some things, I guarantee, as I talk about stuff as they come about. And that's how this whole YouTube channel started, as a matter of fact. Back in the day, it was probably like 2008 or 9, before there was, you know, really YouTube going on or anything like that. I had this idea that as I was sitting there changing strings one day, I was like, yeah, I want to do like a series like called the String Changing Series, where I just tell stories and talk about what I'm doing as I'm setting up guitars. Fast forward, almost 20 years later, that's exactly what I'm doing here. Just gonna talk about guitars and talk about stuff that I think about as it comes about, as I'm changing it. So if that sounds good to you, I'm glad you're here. Glad you're hanging out. We're gonna get right into it. All right, so how do I start here? The first thing, this has been bothering me forever. I wanna take this plastic off of the truss rod cover. I can't wait to get the plastic off of these back plates here, and we'll see what's inside. But yeah, ain't nothing to it but to do it. As the great Ronnie Coleman says, you know, lightweight, baby. And this thing is so lightweight. They say this is a poplar body. Gray bound poplar. I want to say this is probably the first guitar I've ever messed around with that's poplar. And I mean, let me just say this too. And maybe you're hearing all this stuff again from the demo video. I don't know. But when I saw this thing, I was like, man, that thing looks killer. And when I took it out of the box and just saw it and felt it for the first time, this is the best Jackson I've checked out so far at my first impression. Like just right out of the box, I was like, oh man, just feeling it. I mean, it was in E, out of tune from the travel, I don't know, but like just playing it, everything feels absolutely perfect. And that weight I'm talking about, the poplar, this thing is so light and killer. Now, how's that gonna translate to its tone? We'll find out later in this video after I get it strung up. We'll plug it in and do a couple riffs on it. But in that demo video, you'll definitely hear more of an example. But I mean, man, and another thing is like, I've gotten a lot of questions over the years. Like people ask me my custom shop RA2. They say, what's the closest thing that I can get out there to that configuration? And for the longest time, I was saying it was those ESP black metals, like the Arctic metal and the black metal. They were pretty close, but this is the closest. Reverse headstock, 24 jumbos, single 81 in the bridge, or I'm sorry, single humbucker in the bridge. This is a bare knuckle holy diver. Never tried a holy diver. Never tried bare knuckle pickups in any type. So it'll be cool. You know, just one volume knob, the Floyd, the binding. I mean, this is exactly like my RA2 pretty much. Maybe this is in a different spot there. I probably have an original Floyd on mine. I've got like tuners on mine. But the ebony board, I mean, everything. This is the closest you're gonna get. I'm so stoked about this thing here. Let's get started. Put that down there. I'm gonna use the tool set that they provided here. I've got my own tools, of course, but why not? So, let's see, these, oh, they're already unlocked? Okay, finger tight. This is cool too, I want to show these. Look at this. It came with these custom Jackson strap locks. Hope you can see that there. I won't be using these because I'm a DiMarzio clip lock guy, but that's a cool touch. It's like cufflinks, you know? So definitely cool. So those are unlocked. Just gonna get started. Let me use all Nomad stuff, why not? So I have the stuff in here. Yeah, where's my Nomad? I don't know. I don't want to waste too much of your time. I realize this is gonna take a long time. I appreciate you being with me for it. These were 9 through 42s, like I said, in E. We're going to drop C. And so the bridge is definitely gonna need a refloat. Oh, even these kind of loose. Huh. Or at least that one. Just gonna go string by string and go from there. But yeah, I cannot wait to get jamming on this sucker. I just riffed around for a sec, like I said, out of tune, in E, and it just felt incredible. So I'm so excited to get it set up exactly how I want it and make that demo video. Again, these are DR high beam, 11 through 52. I get so many questions about gauges. I use 11 through 52 for everything. No matter what tuning I'm in, even in E. Yes, they're tight, but it just keeps things easier because I have a lot of guitars and I mess around with, I wouldn't say a lot of different tunings, but different tunings frequently. The tunings I typically use, most commonly, drop C. And then really just E and drop D once in a while. I got a couple albums in C standard, 6 Feet Under's Undead, and the new Wretched Pain album that I don't know will ever see the light of day. I don't know what's going on with that. Unfortunately, it's such a shame because it's such a killer record, which I know you're all gonna like. But yeah, drop C is my main tuning. New Elite, which I've been talking about lately. That whole album's in drop C. Oh man, I went the wrong side there. Talking, not paying attention. I fumbled the ball. Ugh. Come on. This is my first Jackson with a reverse headstock. That's probably why I just made that mistake. Haven't changed the reverse headstock in a while. My last Jackson that I got was the 85 San Dimas, the Pro Origins one, and I absolutely love this guitar. It plays so awesome. It's just one of those ones that calls you back and just feels so good when you're playing. The only downfall for me personally with it is that it only has 22 frets versus 24. So that's just, most of the time that's not a problem, but it is something I have to think about as I'm like playing Chimera solos and stuff like that, where songs, you know, I have to, if I were to play it live, that's something I have to think about for those songs where I need a 24th fret for some of my solos, which happens. Certainly not every solo, but again, it's just something I need to think about. So that's why I'm not 100% in love with that guitar. But other than that, even that Jackson pickup on there, this thing's got like some Jackson pickup. I don't know, like what, I forget what model it is or what it's called or whatever, but in the demos that I recorded with it, it sounds killer. And I'm not even like a pickup dude, you know? I just like 81s. That's what I'm used to. It's the sound I like. I've come to find that there's no reason for me to search for anything more. I'm not interested in any other pickups. I will be interested to hear how these bare knuckle sound just for a second, but it doesn't even really matter to me, actually. It's not like I'm gonna just all of a sudden switch, because pickups are so hard, in my opinion, to decide what you want, because they're so hard to A/B. Think what it takes to like A/B a pickup in your guitar. You gotta pull it out, install a new one, take the strings off, all that. It's just bullshit. So after I found the 81, that's all I want. Unfortunately, 81s don't fit perfectly in a lot of these Jacksons, and you have to retrofit them. So that's what I did in the Virtuoso, which is the first Jackson I ever played. And I forget what it came with, some DiMarzio. But once I put the 81 in there, it was killer, but still, like, just having to carve out that cavity and stuff, it isn't like, the job wasn't done perfectly. It's not beautiful anymore. It's just a pain in the ass. I just wish that, and maybe I don't even know about this, but I just wish EMG made one that could fit spacing like this, or they made it big enough, or maybe it is big enough. I don't know. I'm just talking shit right now. All right, almost halfway there. The string changing part goes quick. It's the floating that's a pain in the ass. Not necessarily a pain in the ass, just time consuming. Love a new Floyd. These components feel nice and smooth. This is a Floyd Rose 1000, which I like. It has the screw-on Floyd. I personally don't like the push-pull Floyd, or tremolo arms. I like to screw it on. All right, halfway there. you know what? Crap. I'm gonna do that right now. I forgot to take off. When I initially started here, I thought I was gonna just take off all the strings at once, but I don't know. Again, because I'm talking right now, you know, I'm not in my head doing it exactly how I normally do it. But I wanted to take off this sticker. Oh, here it is. This is the Nomad cutter and winder in one. This thing rules. And their little screwdriver. Perfect. We're going to use this. Okay. Just like that. Plastic over the truss rod cover has been removed. Let's reinstall that. Done. We'll do the same to the back. Once we get into that, this is my wound G-string. .20 gauge. I prefer a wound G-string. I just think it's faster. I've always thought that a plain G, well, I can still play it, it's no problem. But it just feels more like square to me. I think that a wound G is faster. I just like the feel of it better. Always have, always will. So my first Jackson was the Virtuoso, and that's how I got connected with them. They just happened to hit me up, asked me if I'd like to check one out. I said absolutely. And that has been my favorite Jackson. It's unbelievable. Then my second and third I received at the same time. It was the Andreas Kisser model, and I just wanted that one because I'm a huge Sepultura fan, and I thought the guitar looked badass. And along with that one, I also got this guy here in Polar Burst, just because I love the look of it. And this guitar, super sick. This is like an SLQ something. I don't know, but man, just classy. This is a looker. Killer guitar. I'd play that one. I mean, it feels absolutely perfect. Not a single complaint. It's a fantastic guitar. I just wish I had an 81 on the bridge. And that's that problem I talked about before where I just haven't gotten around to putting one in because I have to carve out that cavity, which I don't want to do. But I could tell as I was writing these, demoing these new Elite tracks, I used a few different guitars, and that was one of them I started with on like the first 4 songs or so. And I can tell just that the guitars, after I switched to a guitar with 81s at a certain point during that demoing process, even though I'm just using amp sims and stuff like that, I could tell that the guitar sound improved more to my liking, I should say. It just felt more at home, more natural. So whatever's in that, some Duncan. I'm also an active guy, and all these are passive. I mean, not a deal breaker. I'll play anything, but my preference is always going to be an active 81. Yeah, these Nomad tools, so smooth. Just the mechanics of this, how it feels, it's so smooth compared to this, whatever, cheapo. You know, these come in a jar at your music store. There's like tons of them in different colors or whatever. This is the real deal. The Music Nomad stuff, you've heard me talk about it. Absolutely killer. Everything about them. I got this new 18-piece fret tool set that I haven't even opened up yet. It's still in the shrink wrap because I got a couple guitars that I think I need to work on the frets on. I've never done that before, but you will see if you choose to watch it a video in the future about that once I get into it. Just a little pro tip I always talk about. When I'm unwinding the strings, I leave the eye hole facing me. That way, when I go to put the new string on, it's ready to go and easy. You don't have to mess around. It's the trick of the trade, you know? You learn along the way. Okay, we're almost there. Last one's going on. Then we'll see what happens next. Oh, I don't know why I just thought of this, but that San Dimas I was talking about here. I like that, San Dimas. Reminds me of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Comment if you know it. Don't they go to like San Dimas High or something? But I always like that. I don't know the sound of that, San Dimas. Is that a place in California? San Dimas, California? I think it might be. All right. Looking good. Okay. These guys stretch. Ooh. All right, let's see how close I can get to C, just right here. Da. That was a whole step flat. Just trying to get in the ballpark. Excuse me. Okay, let's pull this. And as we can see, we are going to need to tighten those springs in the back quite a bit. As we dropped in tuning, we went up in gauge. Oh shit, dude. I just put a scratch in this right off the bat. This happened to me before. Another one. These metal pieces right here. Gotta be careful. Hey, it's the back, right? Stupid. All right. Let's get into this sucker. All right, typical 3-spring configuration in the V pattern. Get the sticker off of here. All right, let's do this while we're at it and check out what's lurking in the electronics cavity. Okay, simple setup there. All right, let's do this a little easier this time. If I can find, there we go, okay. Much easier. Okay. Let's pop these back on. All right. So, back to business here. So we need to tighten the hell out of these screws to get that to fall flush with the body again. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to start with 2 full turns. It's probably not going to be enough. Let's see what happens. Now this is the long, arduous balancing act. We're not even close. Because I'm sharpening the strings right now, which means it's pulling the bridge up more. So we got to go a ton more. Should probably even add a 4th spring. But let's see, okay. I'm just gonna go way in because I know I got a long way to go. Oh, helps to plug it in. Now we're moving in the right direction. Because because we want to be flattening everything so the bridge falls back. We're looking for CGC, FAD, low to high. I may have drastically overshot it, because sometimes you just got to start somewhere. Get a basis to make your determinations on what to do next. Getting closer, because the tuning discrepancy lessens each time. So it's settling in to where the bridge wants to be right now. Yes, we're very close. Let's see where we're at. Really good. Okay, but let's see, do some of this. Oh, that's no good. I'll be right back. There's that 20 wound giving out on me. And for those who might think, oh, you were just stretching too hard. I know I have a pack of spares. I do, yes. So I don't have to open up a fresh pack unless I don't have the one I need. Do I have the right spare in here? I need a 20 wound. I have it. Here we go. Okay, so I don't have to open up a fresh pack. That's good news. But for those who think, oh, I was stretching it too hard, what do you think is going to happen when you're in a sick-ass big bend on that G string? You want it to hold true. So this is the time to put it through that test by yanking the crap out of it during the stretching process. And it's not the string's fault. Well, it could have been. Who knows? There's some sharp point in this particular guitar somewhere along the way. Maybe at that knob. I doubt it, but anyways, quick, easy fix. Bummer, but we deal with it. That was a nice little blues chord. Boom, bump, 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 bump. You hear that? Okay. Also want to get these a little more centered. Okay, how are we looking float-wise? Okay, we're gonna need to loosen. I overshot a little bit. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'll start with half turn. Probably not gonna be enough. Just gonna equal that out there. Okay. You don't necessarily need to keep them straight. I don't even know if you were paying attention to what I just did there. Oh, that's loose, but check this out. The Nomad tool set has that guy right on it, ready to go, if that's the right one. I think it is. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Let's try again. So if you don't know, the whole thing's a balancing act to get that float perfectly parallel with the body. And at the same time, so it's a balancing act between the tension of the strings and their tuning versus the tension of the springs in the back. While you're always constantly battling the tuning, and especially with new strings, them constantly stretching. So lots of variables, but as long as you're working in the right direction, each time the discrepancy gets less. So each time that I go from the 6th string to the 1st string tuning, the discrepancy gets less and less. Then I look at the float again, make my adjustments, and just start again. Okay, once I feel that the tuning is pretty darn close, take a look. Absolutely money. That side, a little bit high, so we're gonna tighten that slightly. Just the tiniest bit here. Quarter turn, okay. Yeah, but dude, the neck on this thing just feels so fast and incredible. Like I said, just the weight, just the overall feel of it, it's perfect. But I haven't had an actual full jam session on it yet. But just first impression, and typically my first impressions aren't good. I'm like, all right, I gotta get into this thing a little bit. I gotta learn it. I gotta gel with it a little bit. I gotta figure out its pros and cons. But this right away was the first one. This is my 6th Jackson now. I mean, it's the same with everything, whether it's ESP or whatever, but you know, this is the first one, the first impression I was like, damn, dude, this thing is the shit. So what I was gonna say before too is, if you're thinking about getting one, because it's limited quantities, even Jackson said to me, oh, we'll have to see, we got to figure it out because we already sent out a ton to the distributors and there's only a certain amount of them made. So if you want to get one, now's the time. On Sweetwater, it looks like they have 5 of them right now. Maybe they have more, I don't know, but it says limited quantities on there. So I'd act fast if I were you. You're gonna want one of these and they're priced great. It's like 1,500 bucks. No big deal for a fucking awesome guitar. And like I said, they also have the Rhodes V's, which look insane, and the Kellys, which, dude, I've always liked Kellys only because of Marty Friedman. I can never picture myself with a Kelly. Sick. Okay, I still want to go a little more on this side here. I did want to go a little bit more on that side. The tiniest bit on this side. Okay. And we continue on. As I mentioned, the discrepancy will just continue to get less and less. We're dialing it in now, we're close. Notice how I stretch in between because I want it to get seated properly. Just saying this now because I have nothing else to say. But after I get this tuned up and ready, I'm not going to worry about, actually, I'm just going to take a look at the truss rod right now. It looks like it could use a tiny bit of tightening just based on what I'm seeing, but it felt incredible right out of the box. Now, granted, this is a different tuning and different gauges, so we'll have to see once I get going on it. Maybe the action will be a little bit high, but I'm not going to worry about intonation because I think too many guys stress out about intonation. I can tell from my intonation videos, which are surprisingly popular. I can't believe how many people are into intonation. I didn't intonate a guitar. I've been a pro guitarist touring the world since 2001 or something like that. You know, for a decade, my band toured the world. I never intonated my guitars once. It just didn't matter. It's just icing on the cake. It's like if you go wash your car right now and do a good job or take it through a car wash, it's gonna look killer. If you polish it, it's gonna look that much better. You know, you put on the tire shine, it's just gonna look that much better, but it still looked good after a fresh wash. So that's what I think about after fresh strings and a tuning and a good float, you're good to go. Now, if I was going into the studio where I needed to rely on more perfect tuning under the microscope, like a recording is, that's when I'd intonate. But you so don't need to. It's just totally unnecessary. It's just the next level. But if you can't tear up a guitar, meaning if you're not great, concentrate on your playing more than things like intonation or what your pickups sound like or what brand of strings you're using. None of that stuff matters if you're not already awesome at guitar. Then you start thinking about those things. That's my advice. That may turn off some people who aren't ready for that info, who can't handle it. I understand. You do you, bro. I got to the big stages by only thinking about my chops. I wanted to make sure my riffing was tight, precise, my timing was killer. Those are the types of things I worried about. I never thought about what type of pickups were in my guitars as a kid, ever. Not even once did it cross my mind. Perfect. Perfect. All right, we're good to go. On that front, I'm going to clip these guys up here. I like to bend them down first. Notice I'm doing all this kind of stuff before locking and fine tuning, because I noticed even while bending this over, I just moved a tuner. So, I mean, I suppose if I would have locked that, that wouldn't matter. But get this out of the way. And I wait till everything's cool first, because if something happens along the way, you leave yourself some leeway. Just try to bend these down so you don't get the poke, the puncture. Okay. Another quick retune. Next, I'm going to put the back plate on, tune again, lock the nut, polish, fine tune, jam. Okay, all right, looking good there. Put this guy back on. Not going all the way down with these, just saving myself some time, going most of the way, and then I finish it off with the screwdriver by hand. Otherwise, you risk going a little too far and cracking this plate. I've done it many times until I learned my lesson. So always do the last bit by hand, no matter what it is. Okay. Now the tuning, like I said, then we'll lock the nut. Great, 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 great. Good. I'm so excited. We're almost going to hear this thing. And drop C. Okay. That's good. Got my Music Nomad guitar detailer there. Good for gloss and matte finishes. They call this a satin black. Satin. Is that different than matte? I don't know. Regardless, I hear a lot of guys talking about this too. I use the same guitar polish on all my guitars, regardless of the finish, and the sun still rises in the morning. They still look good. There's no problems. Everything's fine. So you have my word. You can do the same on yours. Favorite part of the whole process right here. I love making that neck feel slick, smooth, agile. Look at that. It's looking good. Okay. Let's fine tune and rip. Okay. That's why I centered these out before, give myself some room, because I find that oftentimes after you tighten the nut, things go sharp. Float's fantastic. Still, I don't know if you can see that at that angle. We're ready. All right. Wish me luck here. I generally like to wash my hands after this, but kept you guys around long enough. Appreciate you sticking with me. If you've made it this far, comment with, I don't know. If you say you made it this far, you'll get the fist, the pound, the rock. I do. I don't know if it's set to the right length, but are we recording here? We are. All right. This is honestly my first jam on this thing. Bar. That's going to cause a tuning issue. right, so right now, I need to do some further tests, but I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that pickup, but the guitar itself feels incredible. So I don't know if that's something that, you know, Jackson would want me to say or not, but the thing is that, well, as I talked about earlier, I know so many of you guys like swapping out pickups, so it should be an easy thing if you'd like to put whatever in there you want. But again, I'm not hating on this thing yet. I need to spend a little more time with that pickup and figure it out. Maybe I don't have the right amp sim going for it right now. Or that should be irrelevant, right? Everything sounds good. Fifth, the first string. At any rate, I guarantee that I will have had that tone dialed in whatever means necessary for the demo video. So again, if you're watching that, if you haven't watched it, I'm sure I would have linked it either here or at the end screen or in the description if I haven't already, that sort of thing. So yeah, man, the SL1A Pro Plus Pure Metal. That's so hard to remember. Pro Plus Pure Metal Limited Edition Soloist SL1A, the newest limited edition line from Jackson. But seriously, I frickin' love this thing, regardless of my slight hesitation over the pickup sound right now. Again, it's because I've spent no time dialing that in. Not everything is just fantastic right off the bat. But the guitar itself, the feel of it, the neck, the width, everything. I love this thing. Even that it's got, like, you know, an acoustic, that acoustic resonance that I like, that I talk about. Feels money. That's gonna do it for behind the scenes with my new Jackson here. Thanks so much to everybody. If you made it this far, again, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for all the support. If you liked the video, you know what you gotta do. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It just takes a second. Check out my guitar instructional DVD, shipping with 10 free of my custom, each one different, custom guitar picks, free worldwide shipping, plus my Patreon community, tons of learning resources, over 100 high quality guitar tabs. You gotta come over and check that out. Join us, patreon.com/RobArnoldWorld. Links for everything I talked about in the video in the description, as well as links to the 3 models of this new Pro Plus Pure Metal editions. So check those out. Pick one up for yourself because they're going to be gone soon, and I'm assuming gone forever. So using my link helps me in the channel. Lets Jackson know I sent you and everything. So, and thank you to Jackson again for sending this out to me. I love it. You're going to see more of this guy. I could definitely take this to the stage right now. So cheers, everybody. Rob Arnold signing off. See you on the next one.